Mason, how do you feel about the weekend series? Number 10 team in the nation coming in here for 3 games and conference opener and all that. What's the excitement level around here?
Yeah, it's super exciting. We're getting prepared. We're working hard, watching video to get ready, working hard in the cages, getting our swings right, and new conference, new opponents, and they're ranked pretty high, so it should be fun, should be exciting.
Mason, going back to Tuesday night real quick, your first time playing in the I-35 rivalry, wild environment, high-scoring game, back and forth. What were your thoughts about the game, and what did you enjoy about Tuesday's game?
Yeah, I expected it to be something along the lines of like that. We put it forward the first inning, they bounced back, and from that point on, it just seemed like it was going to be a battle, and it was battle-tested. They came out on top, but it was fun environment to be a part of. They had good fans, and it was just a good time.
You know, you had a little bit of a slower start, but lately you've been doing really well at the plate. You know, last weekend just a triple shy of the cycle in one of the games, and then the Little League home run in the other game. 2 questions. You know, what have you been working at with the coaches at the plate to kind of find that hitting? And then do you remember before last weekend when your last Little League home run was?
Yeah, so we've just been working on simplifying it, not thinking too much, just simplifying the swing, getting the foot down, seeing the ball, hitting the ball, going back to the roots, and it's been paying off, it's been working, and I actually had 2 at San Jack in the same weekend, but other than that, I couldn't tell you the last time before that.
Another one, the stats you're doing really well in, 9 stolen bases on 9 attempts. You know, if you're thinking about the jump, speed on the down the line, and then the slide, kind of what do you prioritize in order of those 3, and what do you kind of think is a strong point that you bring to base stealing out of those 3?
Well, first I give credit to the coaches. They work hard on letting us know how quick the pitcher is to home, how good the catcher's arm is. They're working with us hard over there. Personally, I think for me, just seeing how quick they are to the plate, that helps me out, and then knowing the catcher's how hard he throws to second, his pop time, and gives me confidence once I know those things.
And then another thing, you know, defense in the field. First year at UTSA, you're playing out there with Ty Odom and Caleb Hill, both who were here last year. How have you guys worked together as a trio to kind of build that chemistry? And then as you kind of quarterback the outfield from center field, how are you guys working together when you're out there to track down balls and how to back each other up and everything?
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to have 3 center fielders out there in the outfield playing at all 3 positions. We're all quick, we're all fast, we can all get to any ball. It's nice to be able to trust the left fielder and the right fielder. It works good, and I think our pitchers are happy that we're all 3 out there making plays for them.
Can you talk a little bit about last year? And you know, I just saw you only played 6 games. I'm assuming there was an injury in there. And can you just kind of fill us in on the details of last year in Eugene?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I suffered a season-ending injury. I tore my labrum, had to get surgery.
Early?
Early, yes, sir. Got surgery, and season was ending. The team was good. It was a fun team to be around. Just didn't work out in my favor, and ended up here. Couldn't be more happier.
Yeah. What's your throwing shoulder?
Yes, sir. It was my throwing shoulder.
Were you discouraged when it happened?
Yeah, I was discouraged. I wasn't too pleased about it. Was excited to play last year and got hit with that, but it ended up being a blessing in disguise, and I'm grateful for it.
Yeah. What's it like making the transition back to Texas? You were there. You were playing in the Pac-12 and all that. You're coming back closer to home, kind of in a little bit of a lesser conference. What has it been like for you?
Personally, I wouldn't say it's a lesser conference. Getting to watch that conference and getting to see who we play, very similar. There's a lot of good arms, a lot of good talent down here as well. Yeah, it's great to be back home, back in Texas, closer to family. They get to watch me play. I get to see them more often, so it's nice.
What about Pearland? You grew up in Pearland. I know there's been a ton of great ball players that have come out of that area. What's it like, being a kid in Pearland? And you find out you've got some skills on the baseball field. There's players all over the place. What's it like, what was it like growing up in Carolina?
That's where my family grew up, so it was nice to have those roots there. Yeah, a lot of baseball talent coming out of there, especially right now. They're pretty good. One of the top teams in the nation. Got a lot of talent. Yeah, it was good to be surrounded by some other good ball players. Helped me grow tremendously, and to eventually get where I'm at.
Did you pick up the game when you were very young? How old were you when you started?
I was probably around 3 years old, 4 years old. Started playing ball when I was super young with my older brother.
Right.
Just developing that love for the game pretty early.
Yeah, I was wondering if there was somebody in your family that was kind of your shining light there. Your older brother?
Yeah, my older brother played sports. He's pretty athletic. He didn't play as far as I did, but he definitely had the talent, and he was good, and he pushed me to my limits.
What's your brother's name?
His name is Hunter Lytle. He actually went to Texas State.
Oh, wow.
But he was rooting for us.
There you go. There you go.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, well, we were talking earlier about this, here at UTSA, there have been so many tremendous center fielders from the Houston area. Shane Sudashny last year. I don't know if you ever hear the Rockets, Michael and Daniel Rocket. They came out of one of the Houston area schools, but one of those brothers was an All-American here about 10 years or so ago. So it's like every time we look up, there's a really nice player from Houston playing center field here at the Bird Bath.
Yeah, it's nice. There's a lot of talent in Houston. I mean, you can just pick somebody and they'll come out here and fill it out. And it's a blessing to be out here and filling those shoes that previous players have left.
What's it like? Is your family able to get over here for a lot of the games and everything? Is it?
Yes, sir. They come pretty often. Both my dad and my mom. They come often. They try to make it when they can. It's nice to be only a few hours away, a day's travel.
Right. Caleb, how do you feel about East Carolina coming in here for 3 games, number 10 in the nation, and y'all are opening the conference? Might get some pretty good, sized crowds out here for that one. How are you feeling about all that?
No, we're pretty excited. I've been telling some of the guys it's just another game. Like, the hype's all there for sure, and 10th or 11th in the nation. Like, it's a big opponent, but again, it's just another team.
Caleb, last year we kind of saw all season it was building to the UTSA DBU series. This season a little different. You get kind of the favorites by a lot of people to start off the bat. You're a leader on this team, senior. How do you like that personally? And then as a team, do you guys like kind of getting the best of the best right off the bat to kind of measure yourself against?
Yeah, I think it's a good restart. Non-conference hasn't gone like the way we expected it to, but it's kind of like a good where we left off last year. Starting off with the best of the best, and I'm excited to see how we do, and I think we'll be just fine. And then I don't look at myself as a leader, just kind of like maybe a role model for the younger guys, hoping I can share some of my wisdom or whatever I've learned the past 5 years, and be a good teammate as best as I can.
Something else, you've got off to a real great start at the plate in all the slash categories, slash lines. Teams sometimes like to pitch around you, but you've got a real good OBP with 12 walks. How do you, in those moments, how do you stay patient at the plate, and what do you work on kind of internally and from an individual aspect to not get impatient when they're not throwing right to you?
I've been talking to a lot of the guys about that, because I've had some old teammates who are still playing ask me my approach, and it's kind of like my own thing. I can't think when I go up there. I go up there and think, one spot, and that's it. And if I start thinking, I'll call time, get out, use my timeout, regroup, and then get back in. But try to, slow the game down as much as I can, and it all starts off the field. At home, I'll do some meditation, I would say, just always staying calm so that I'm always prepared for the big moment, and then even in the cage, just hitting off the tee, I like to come up here by myself and, kind of use that as meditation as well.
You get any like music in the background going with that?
Sometimes,
Yeah.
sometimes I'll play like country, or I won't play music. I just like to listen to the ball off the bat. But a lot of guys like to listen to rap before a game, and I like to listen to like kind of that slower, calming music, because I don't like to feel amped up before I play.
Right.
Kind of a calming presence before you unleash the beast and get ready to play.
Sure, yeah.
What's your go-to music there when it's like that? Is there an artist that you
No, not
drop a name?
Not specifically. Lately, it's been like George Strait, or kind of like if it would be country, it would be like R&B, I guess,
Yeah.
slow pop or something. I don't know. Alternative at sometimes.
You ever heard George duet with Willie Nelson?
I don't think I have, no. But Willie Nelson's one of the I'd say 5 that I rotate before a game.
They put out some videos and things during the pandemic. I watched. I was like, wow, where have these guys been?
You need to remind me. I'll definitely look it up
Yeah,
after.
they're good. Check it out.
But yeah, I just country or anything slow, and just keep me calm as much as I can. So
Maybe we can get George down. I think George lives here in the area here. Maybe we should.
my roommate from last year actually saw him at Bass Pro one time here in San Antonio.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So
I think he does. Up in Bernie or somewhere. But anyway.
Caleb in the field, playing out there in left field, and you got Mason in center. We were talking to Mason a little bit about this, but how has it been working with him through the first month of the season and just kind of figuring out each other's tendencies, when there's ball in the gap, whose ball it is, and knowing what Mason can get, Mason knowing what you can get, and how have you guys kind of worked through all of that?
So I knew him before he got here. I always knew he was a good outfielder, good bat, a lot of speed. He honestly reminds me a lot of Sardashny, just like their jumps. I would say Mason's a little faster, but I know if there's a ball in the gap, it's usually like the same time. One of us will say, got it or ball, and we all have a lot of confidence that a ball in the gap will be caught. So very few should land, but. And then having Odom and Wright too, I feel like we got speed all around the outfield.
You surprised that Mason's got off this fast offensively?
No, I'm not surprised. No, just because I remember him playing at San Jack, and when I was at Temple, I had seen him all over Twitter. So like I said, I knew of him before. I'm not surprised.
Yeah. It's been fun to watch, all of you.
Thank you. Yeah. Hopefully, a lot of y'all come out and support us this weekend. So.
Yeah.
You are the number 10 East Carolina Pirates coming in this weekend, and just kind of what's the excitement level here, within the clubhouse on the chance to start the conference against, the kind of the bellwether in this conference.
I say we're excited. We're ready. It's a big series. We're just gonna try and attack and deserve to win.
Yuli, you started the season kind of working your way back, and then your first appearances in the season were a little shorter outings, just getting everything back together. Put it all together last weekend, had a terrific outing, great 6 innings on the mound. How does it feel to kind of, feel good pitching again, and what were some of the things you did the first part of the season to work back to that point and get back to pitching conditioning again?
It feels good. I have to thank the defense, though. The defense went crazy on Sunday. Matt King's play, Hector's play, a lot of good plays during the game that I'm thankful for. They definitely helped out the 6 innings for sure. As far as coming back, I had tweaked my shoulder in the fall, came back from that, and then right before season I had tweaked my leg, so it was just getting stronger, ready for trying to get it healthy.
You're you're kind of a veteran on this team now, been around for a little while and a lot of experience on the mound. What do you bring to the locker room, and kind of how do you try to lead the guys, but also the pitching staff, and set the tone for them?
Just try to lead by example. There's not much to say. Just show it out there on the field.
And then real quick, going back to the outing on Sunday, how do you, like, with the long rain delay like that, staying focused, but then also the pitcher's battle and just real tight back and forth. Do you like those games where it's kind of like real close, real low scoring, or what do you prefer?
I love the pitcher's game for sure. I mean, I'm a pitcher. I like the low scoring games, the nail biters. Those are always fun to me.
Really, how is your stuff this year? I mean, you coach was saying that you had a real good curveball the other night. You're throwing hard for strikes and all that. How would you rate your stuff just overall right now compared to this time last year?
It's kind of hard for me to say, honestly. I think the hitters will tell me if it's good or not at the end of the day. But yeah, I think just throw it hard. I guess just throw it hard.
Mm-hmm. But I was just curious, as if because I know everybody works hard in the off season. Do you feel stronger physically?
Oh, definitely,
right now?
definitely feel stronger. Did a lot of time with the trainers, and they helped me out a lot. So yeah, thankful for that.
Mm-hmm. Velo up a little bit.
I think it's about the same from last year, maybe a tick down, but we're getting there.
One thing, last thing, you switched things up on us this year, went down to number 12 from 36. Any particular reason for that, getting back to number 12?
Yeah, it's always been my number since I was little. I played for a little team called Dirty Bay Bandits, and they were like real close with my dad growing up. The coaches were, and they gave me number 12, and I've just been 12 since.
What
Dirty Bay Bandits.
The Dirty Bay Bandits, and
Yes,
they
sir.
from
Baytown, where I'm
from Baytown. Okay, all right. What's the history of the name of that team? What you know how they got that name?
I'm not too sure exactly.
It's like an amateur team out of your home area there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's a group of guys that came out of the same neighborhood that kind of had that name.
I like that.
Yes, sir.
Sounds menacing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.